Good evening. This is Theater Watch. My name is Dave Conover. Tonight, I am here with Todd Aikens, who is the director of the current show at First Avenue Playhouse. The play is called Grandma's Getting Married. It's the second time that this play has been performed here. The first time was how many years ago?
16, 17,
16,
18
17.
maybe. Early 2000s.
Okay, all right. And since most of you are probably unfamiliar with this play, I wanted to talk to Todd this evening about why we are doing this particular show at this time and to talk a little bit about the show. Todd, the author of this play, or the reason when you came to me last year and said that you wanted to do this, the idea was, well, why don't you explain to me what your choices were about bringing this show to First Avenue Playhouse at this time?
I think it was the perfect venue to do this show. And it's an original piece my friend Dennis wrote 25 years ago or so. And he passed away about 5 years ago. And I promised him that I would keep all his shows alive, keep his name alive. And he let me have him and said, thank you. And he's a funny man, and I didn't think I would get emotional talking about him here right now, but I am. And we all miss him dearly, and I'm lucky to do this show here. This is always my favorite show that he wrote. He wrote about 10, and I've done about probably 7 of them here before. We hopefully will bring others back, because as I said, this is the perfect venue to do these kind of silly farces, and that's exactly what this show is, a silly farce.
And in the program, which you will see, what you get a copy of when you come to the theater, it says, "For Claire, who always loved to laugh," and Grandma's character's name is Claire. So there's a Claire here, and she is on stage with us every night.
Yes, Claire was Dennis's mother.
Okay.
But when he first wrote it, passed away, and he put her name in as Claire to use that, and that's who he had in mind for, not particularly Grandma, but just as one of the first shows he wrote himself that actually got produced. He put Claire's name in there to keep her spirit alive in the stage.
And now we're doing the same to Dennis as well.
To keep Dennis's name out there and alive. And
Yep.
always in our hearts. Now he's going to make us all laugh again.
Yes. Now tell us a little bit about the plot of the show, or as much as you're willing to divulge before the people come and actually see this production.
Well, it's a period piece because it has to be set in a certain era, because any good farce is all about misunderstanding. So you have to set up a ship to shore. With communications nowadays, texting, cell phones, it wouldn't work. So it has to be set in the early 90s as a period piece, because the 2 daughters send their mothers on a singles cruise, hoping she meets somebody. She sends back a little ship to shore. She met this man named Malcolm Witherspoon, and we find out through the one sister's daughter that Malcolm Witherspoon is one of the most famous rock stars in the planet. And if you take 80s rock stars, the hair, the outfits, the persona, so it's almost like taking Gene Simmons, Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne, Tommy Lee, and converging them all into one character.
The worst qualities of each of them.
Yes, and making him think that that's what this rock star's persona is. And that's who these girls think Mother is marrying. And that's when all hell breaks loose.
Fear. That's, in a nutshell, that's what Grandma's Getting Married is all about. It's being performed here at First Avenue Playhouse for the month of May. One small caveat, this is a 3-week run. It opens first Friday of May and will run for 3 weeks. And also a deviation from our normal procedure is that the closing night will be the Sunday afternoon matinee on May 19th. So this is a wild and funny show. We have a tremendous cast, And I hope that everyone comes and sees this in remembrance of Claire and Dennis Driscoll. And it's going to be a wonderful show. So please come and see this. Dennis, thank you for sitting down with me and going over this, and that's all. So thank you very much. Come see the show. Thanks for watching. Good night.